And keep that energy going for your next comic, David, Big Business Merle.
I know what you're all thinking. This guy looks like every guy that has ever ran for sheriff. Something about myself. My name is David Merle, and I'm a pastor. And that's the response I thought I would get. Truth be told, I actually resigned from pastoring, and it's actually given me some time to focus on my comedy. And I've discovered that I actually have a few challenges doing comedy. And the first one being is I'm not even the funniest person in my house, and I live alone. I'm just kidding. I actually have a son. His name is David as well. He's on the autistic spectrum, and someone came to him and said, David, you do know that vaccines cause autism. He looks back and says, I don't have polio. I'm glad you laughed at that. I said vaccine in Indiana. I feel like sometimes walking around Indiana, I wear my MAGA hat and my Biden shirt and just be an equal opportunity offender. A couple other things that I've discovered about the difference between comedy and ministry. The first one being is I don't have to pretend to like the crowds anymore. And I've never had to do a sermon for 2 beers. Not saying I wouldn't have. I'm just saying I never had to. A couple other challenges I have doing comedy is real life will give me funnier things than any bit that I could write. For instance, my ex-wife's name is Kim, and the boss at the church I used to work at, her name was Kathy. This will be important information here in a second. Kim and I were driving around one night. We pull into the 7-Eleven. She says, go in and get some cat food, get some Meow Mix. She said it by name. I go into the 7-Eleven. They don't have any Meow Mix. Well, I'm a married man. I can't make a command decision. They had Friskies. So I type into my cell phone, Friskies, ? It autocorrects Frisky, ? I send that to Kathy, my boss at church. For the record, she wasn't. That's how you get written up at a church. As a matter of fact, I discovered that I wasn't always a perfect pastor at my dad's funeral. He wasn't dead. I'm just kidding. He was dead. But, you know, he was actually cremated, and we actually wanted to put a beautiful service together. And so we decided to spread his ashes at the place that he found, that he spent the most time, that he found the most sacred. And we got there, we arrived, spreading the ashes, and the service is going along beautifully until the liquor store cashier had something to say about it. As a matter of fact, I've lost 85 pounds. Yep. I've lost 85 pounds. I've done that by going to the gym and that kind of thing. And here's what they don't tell you about losing weight. What they don't tell you about losing weight is that you will never keep up with the clothes transition. You'll never keep up with the amount of clothes that you now have to purchase. And a big guy like myself, my pants can go straight to the ground. Nobody wants that. So here's the thing. What they also don't tell you about that, they don't tell you that your underwear doesn't check in with your pants if it's going down. Sometimes your underwear goes first. I could actually be standing up here right now, underwear down. And if I haven't timed my pants purchase properly, I could turn this competition into, what do the millennials call it? A gender reveal real fast.